Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please join our graduates in standing for the national anthem, performed by the Shawnee Mission North Chorale under the direction of Mrs. Patrice Solenberger, and the Shawnee Mission North Band under the direction of Mr. Chad Reed. Please be seated. Thank you, Chief Warrant Officer Graylis, Chief Nevin, and our nationally recognized NJROTC cadets for leading our processional this evening. Tonight, serving as attendants are the men and women in blue populated throughout the stadium. They are led by Grant Dreiling, Administrative Assistant. If you need assistance during tonight's ceremony, they are available to help you. Good evening. I'm Richard Kramer, Principal at Shawnee Mission North High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome our students, parents, faculty, and honored guests to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2011. Tonight is a very special evening for the 88th graduating class of Shawnee Mission North. Our graduation ceremony reflects the high esteem we hold for the class of 2011 and all they have accomplished. At this time, I would like to introduce our special guests on stage. Please stand when I call your name. I ask that you hold your applause until all and everyone has been introduced. Dr. Jean Johnson, Superintendent. Dr. Curtis Kane, Associate Superintendent, Educational Services. Mrs. Leanne Neal, Associate Superintendent, Communications. Mrs. Susan Metzger, former Shawnee Mission North Board Member. Mrs. Sarah Goodburn, Board of Education, North Area. Mrs. Donna Bisfield, Board of Education, East Area. Dr. Greg Denny, Board of Education, West Area. Mrs. Patty Mack, Board of Education, Northwest Area. Mrs. Cindy Neighbor, Board of Education, at-large position. North Area principals on the stage tonight, Dr. Linda Tinsley, Blue Jacket Flint, Mrs. Darla Berry, Merriam, Mr. Stan Anderson, Neiman, Mrs. Pam Carter, Rushton, Mr. Stephen Vandermark, Santa Fe Trail, Dr. Scott Sherman, Antioch, Mrs. Debbie Fortmiller, Hawker Grove, and Mrs. Brenda Hall, Indian Hills. Also the North administrators on stage, Mr. Eric Rembold, Associate Principal, Mr. Brock Winsecker, Associate Principal, Mrs. Annette Gonzalez, Associate Principal, and our distinguished alum, Mr. Jeremy Polowski, class of 1993. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Brianna Hunt, Class President, who will deliver the welcome from the class of 2011. Brianna is the daughter of Eric and Nora Hunt. Next year, Brianna will attend the University of Kansas and is considering a degree in counseling. Brianna.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. On behalf of the class of 2011, we would like to welcome and thank you all for joining us on this honorable evening. For the past 9 months, we have anticipated this night. Back in August, some of us thought tonight would never come, and some were afraid at how fast it would. I was among those who didn't put much thought into it last fall because, hey, it was only August, and I was just excited to be a senior. But as the months progressed and Mr. Rundle showed up more frequently in English class, reality started to sink in. Everything changes tonight. We're about to end our high school careers and begin something completely new to us all. As exciting as it is, I'm sure there's some fear among us, but we shouldn't be afraid of change. The past 4 years, we had no choice but to face change. Our 4 lunches changed to only having 3. Our tea days became Mondays instead of Fridays. And with unexpected snow days, we had to adjust to shorter passing periods. We've experienced the loss of friendships, but the growth of new ones. We've experienced failure in maybe a game or in a class, but we've also experienced victory and success. Change is unavoidable, so please don't be afraid of it. Whether we know where each of our paths is leading after tonight or not, we are ready for the future. Unsure of our next steps or not, we are prepared. The past 4 years we have spent in this school prepared us. The capability of this class is amazing. Tonight proves that. Each and every one of us has showed strength and determination to be sitting where we are right now. No matter the different ways we all got here, we did it. We're capable of anything. I stumbled across a pretty powerful quote recently that I want to share with you all. It's a message I hope we can all take with us as we move on after tonight. Ayn Rand wrote, "Do not let your fire go out. The world you desired can be won. It exists, it is real, it is possible, it is yours." Years from now, I hope we can all look back on our time at North and realize how much preparation it gave us for life. We experienced change and learned to make the best of it. Class of 2011, we are capable of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Brianna. The most significant factors that contribute to the success of a school are the caliber and level of achievement of its student body. As we look back upon the class of 2011, we find many reasons to celebrate their success and accomplishments. 3 members of this class have been named National Merit Finalists: Alexander Montgomery, Sean Holloway, and Billy Lubis. One member of this class was named National Merit Semifinalist, Ross Perryman. And one member was named National Merit Commended Scholar, Alexis Reed. Eighteen members of this class, by virtue of their excellent performances on the ACT test, have been named Kansas State Scholars by the Kansas Board of Regents. 85 students were Kansas State Scholar Completers. 34 members received the President's Education Award based upon high school grades and standardized test scores. 6 students scored 32 or above on the ACT and received the designation of Kansas ACT Scholar. 32 students earned Advanced Placement Scholar Awards for exceptional achievement on advanced placement exams. 24 members have completed the Bio Pre-Med Signature Program curriculum. These individuals receive special recognition on their transcripts and can be identified by their green cords. 23 students earned the maximum number of academic letter awards, earning 1 point each time they attained a 3.75 GPA above for every 3 semesters of achievement. The class of 2011 had 3 students who completed the goal curriculum, graduating outstanding academic leaders. This honor was established in 2007 to recognize those students who completed the most rigorous curriculum during their 4 years at Shawnee Mission North. These 3 students can be identified by their red, white, and black cords. Could they please stand when their name is read? Ben Enyart. Amelia Layton. Caroline Nugent. Thank you. Finally, colleges and universities across the country have recognized the high level of student achievement and academic excellence of the class of 2011 by offering scholarships to over 100 students, totaling approximately $4 million. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2011. The foundation of an effective school is its instructional staff. Shawnee Mission North is fortunate to have an exceptional faculty. They are seated on either side of each row and are wearing their academic vestments representing their highest degree. Shawnee Mission North has 131 certified teachers, 89 teachers have master's degrees, and 3 have their doctorate. Faculty, please stand and be recognized. I would like to make special mention to our teachers who are retiring this year. If those teachers would stand when their name is called, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Bob Green, 13 years with Shawnee Mission, World Language. Donna Hobbs, 43 years with Shawnee Mission, Language Arts. Sally Jones, 32 years with Shawnee Mission, Art and Photography. Janet Riley, 25 years with Shawnee Mission, teaching art. Their loyalty and dedication have touched many lives, and they will be greatly missed. Please join me in recognizing these special individuals. A traditional award at Shawnee Mission North is the recognition of our top 10 academic students. This award is based on their cumulative high school grade point average. These students are members of a talented and competitive senior class. They bring recognition to themselves and their families by achieving the status of top 10. We will now recognize these individuals and present them with their honor sash signifying their outstanding achievement. As your names are read, we would like you to come up to the stage. The names will be read in alphabetical order. I would ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Jean Johnson, Superintendent, to read the names of the top 10, and Mrs. Sarah Goodburn, Board of Education North Area Representative, to assist in the presentation of the honor sashes.
It is a pleasure to announce the top 10 students at Shawnee Mission North. Annika J. Basham. Andrew A. Carlson. Sean M. Holloway. Valerie J. Kutchko. Amelia M. Layton. Billy E. Lubis. Caroline G. Nugent. Alexis M. Reed. Lisa M. Schaafstal. Michelle A. Vallis. Congratulations to these outstanding students.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson, Mrs. Goodburn, and the top 10 at Shawnee Mission North. It is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker for this evening, Annika Basham. Annika is the daughter of Doug and Gwen Basham. Annika will be attending Drake University next year, where she will be studying psychology. Annika's oration is entitled Journey Forward.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. I think the sound of a locker slamming will always remind me of high school, but the sound of a crowd cheering to the beat of a drum, that will always take me back to my years at SMN. We look at one another today and know how lucky we are. We are forever a part of Shawnee Mission North, one of the most school-spirited, supportive, generous, open, and tradition-inspired schools around. We've made a lot of memories, and from this day forward, we will hear something, smell something, or see something. And before we know it, those memories will be spilling out. Before we know it, we will be running into our former selves. Those former selves won't be lost, and they won't be forgotten, for they are a vital part of the journey we will take in becoming the adults we are turning into. The former smart aleck will be a docent at the museum. The former school leader will be a senator. The former troublemaker will be a police officer. And the former thespian will be the director of a Broadway musical. We all have the potential to be great. Our dreams and our gifts and our hard work will take us far. But how far is up to you and me. From this point on, it's all about the choices we make. And the choices we make will determine our futures. We will go to college or tech school or into the workplace. We will find our own ways. We will take the credit for our achievements and we will take the blame for our failures. We will always consider ourselves Indians, but we must also now recognize ourselves as individuals, with individual paths to follow, paths whose biggest rival is time. Time goes by too fast, and we all know that. In fact, it seems like we've just met. It seems like we just walked through those front doors, sat on the bleachers waiting for the color of our schedule to be called out, and awkwardly played an icebreaker game. It seems like we just found our first classroom, sat down by the person who would become our best friend, and uneasily walked into the cafeteria, hoping to find a friendly face. Wasn't it just yesterday that we went to our first bonfire, first football game, first musical? Among the other messages that have been driven home while we were here, I hope we will not take the message, time flies, too lightly. In too short a time, we will have children of our own. Believe it or not, a lot of us will be back up here at Shawnee Mission North, listening to the crowds cheering on the Indians, encouraging our children on their first day of school, and swallowing emotions on their last. We will be as proud of them then as our parents are of us today. So get started. Grab a hold of the gifts you've been given, the education you've worked so hard for, and the lessons you've learned, and use those things to further your future. Get on your path and follow it to success. Don't let obstacles derail your plans. You are stronger than that. In August of 2007, you walked through those doors as a scared little freshman, unsure of the person you would become. Now, on May 17th, 2011, when you switch that tassel over to the left side, you will start the journey to becoming the person you've been waiting for the last 4 years. Become the you want to be when we meet again at our 10-year reunion. Until then, remember the words we have cheered so many times. It's great to be an SMN Indian. Thank you.
Thank you, Annika. Great job. Introducing tonight's distinguished alum is Amy Hastings, Senior Class Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. Jeremy Pulaski is a 1993 Shawnee Mission North graduate, and he earned his bachelor's degree from Bates College in Lewiston, Maine in 1997, majoring in U.S. history. He has spent almost 14 years in Washington, D.C. as a correspondent, working at Bloomberg News and Reuters News for the past 14 years. As a correspondent, Jeremy has broken news on many major stories and covered significant events ranging from the White House and the September 11th, 2001 attacks on the global financial crisis of the late 1990s and the more recent financial meltdown in 2008. He has reported on presidential and congressional elections, including a stint covering the White House during the George W. Bush administration. During that time, he wrote about the economic troubles facing the United States and the world, U.S. foreign policy, and the U.S.-led wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He also traveled around the country and the globe with President Bush, including during his farewell tour through Europe and the Beijing Olympics in 2008. He also covered Mrs. Bush's trip to a refugee camp in Thailand near the Burmese border. Jeremy has most recently been writing about terrorism, homeland security, and other legal issues, including the BP oil spill, attempts to close the Guantanamo prisons, and related trials for terrorism suspects, corporate crime, and efforts to improve U.S. aviation and security. Please join me in welcoming back Mr. Jeremy Pulaski.
Thank you, Amy. Good evening, and congratulations to the class of 2011. That's a little scary for even someone like me coming from the class of 1993. While it may not seem like a long time ago, a lot has changed around here, like the new gym and the football field, but a lot of things have stayed the same. The amazing drama program, the award-winning newspaper and yearbook, a great football team that beat Leavenworth this year, and, of course, teachers like Mr. Flutie. This is the second year in a row that you've had someone from my class address the seniors, so it was a special honor for me to be here. I also want to extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished guests on the stage, as well as all the graduates' families and friends. I know you all have put a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears to get where you are today. And I won't sugarcoat it for you, because there will be plenty of that ahead. The good thing is you have your whole future ahead, and I'm quite confident that you will look back on these days at Shawnee Mission North so fondly. Earlier today, I walked the halls, and I certainly know that I do. It was only a mere 18 years ago that my class was sitting on the field today, where you are, wondering what we would be doing next. From the many teachers, and looking back from a lot of what I learned in these classrooms from many of the teachers here in the audience tonight was instrumental to me getting to where I am today. They inspired me to chase my dream and to give it my all every day. Now, I am not saying at this moment you really need to know exactly what you will be doing down the road. And hey, in this Facebook-driven, text messaging, and Angry Birds fixated world, it can change over time. And honestly, it will change. That's the beauty of life. You can pretty much do whatever you want, switch at any moment. And the one message I hope you take away tonight is to chase your dream. I would be remiss if I didn't give a little shout out to a couple of the many teachers here who had just such an influence on me. Becky Lucas Tate and Donna Hobbs, who I learned earlier today is retiring this year. Now, Mrs. Tate, who will always be Lucas to those of us of my year, gave me my first shot at journalism, despite hardly knowing me, let alone seeing me in a classroom. Yep, I never even took Journalism 101. But she saw my writing and discovered I was a hard worker and motivated, which I went about proving to her every day. And at the same time, Mrs. Hobbs constantly pushed me to write more, improve the quality of my writing, and most of all, think more critically. They, along with others in this audience, helped me to lay the foundation as I pursued my dream. While some of the decisions in life are more difficult than others, I would strongly encourage you to grab every opportunity you can. After picking up your diploma on this stage a little later, you begin the next phase of your life and do that by participating in everything that sounds interesting to you, regardless of whether it has an immediate impact on your future goals. Go for that internship or job that sparks a fire in your belly. Find the class that just sounds fun and exciting. Audition for the play, or several. And be sure, if you can, go study abroad or go backpacking in a far-off land. And some opportunities may not always seem obvious to helping you achieve your goal, and some won't be particularly glamorous. But remember, you do have to start somewhere. And most importantly, never give up. There will be times when you worry about things just not coming together or actually failing. And as Brianna said earlier, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of failing. It's a learning experience, as much as it may hurt. In college, I did internships every summer trying to figure it out what I really wanted to do and what my ultimate dream was. Sometimes it takes a lot of trial and error. God knows I have plenty of mistakes of my own. I applied for White House internships, but it took 2 years to get it. And finally, after spending many summer months trying out different things, different jobs, and taking chances to learn new things, I landed that reporting job in Washington. And not everything is going to be perfect when you're pursuing that dream. You may end up writing about a subject completely unrelated to your passion, or you may work early or late, or you may find yourself standing around for hours and hours waiting for someone to show up to give you that key quote to finish your story. But all of those things happened to me, and it ended up being so worth it because it gave me valuable experience that will matter. In one case, I was assigned to sit regularly in a van for hours at a time, waiting and waiting and waiting. And while that may sound like a menial task or a waste of time, it was actually helping to cover the President of the United States. And no, the vans weren't armored, or we didn't have Secret Service. We just had plenty of time to kill. But to get to be a full-time White House reporter, it meant being aggressive every day and being flexible and taking the time to do those kinds of things. And over time, I eventually proved to my bosses that I had what it took to work with our White House crew. Within a couple of years, I was covering political campaigns and eventually made it to being a full-time White House correspondent. I traveled all over the world and around the country on Air Force One, an incredible and yet very humbling experience. Some were to glamorous locations, like Crawford, Texas, but others were to more important places, overseas, to Europe and to China for the Olympics, or to visit the troops who were fighting abroad, or to storm-hit places that were devastated and trying to pick up the pieces. I also had a front row seat to seeing a young Illinois senator win the historic 2008 presidential campaign. How did this happen? I don't know exactly, but I think it's because I generally tried to take risks, ask for help when I didn't know the answer, do tasks that weren't always in the limelight, but critical to the team to succeed. And sometimes it was just about luck, being in the right place at the right time and jumping in to help. For example, by chance, I arrived just about an hour after the 9/11 attacks in New York City. And I immediately jumped in to help report on what would become the biggest story of a decade. And then it was just a few days ago in Washington where, late at night, we all joined together to cover the story of the US operation that killed Osama bin Laden. Life is full of those choices, and you will be constantly confronted by them. Your future and life will be guided by how you respond to them. It is about being versatile, flexible, and sometimes paying your dues. Fundamentally, it's about deciding to try something without knowing that you will succeed. The key is trusting yourself that the challenges you take ultimately will lead you to your goal. And hopefully, if you do it right, you will have some fun along the way. The one caveat I would add is to try and call and visit home more than just once in a while. Time is precious. There will always be more work to do the next day, unfortunately, but family is there through thick and thin. So as you walk up here tonight, it's coming. Remember, relish the moment. Remember to thank your family and friends. Remember to try everything in life that you can. Well, everything that's legal anyway. And most of all, pursue your dreams. I want to leave you with one quote that I came across a couple years ago that really spoke to me. And I hope giving it to you at an earlier stage in your life will give you some of the same inspiration. It's from the book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Quote, "The soul of the world is nourished by people's happiness, and also by unhappiness, envy, and jealousy. To realize one's destiny is a person's own real obligation. All things are one, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it." Thank you again for having me here to share in your celebration, and most of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Jeremy. Great message. Dr. Johnson, Mrs. Goodburn, ladies and gentlemen, the students have passed all requirements for graduation according to the laws of the state of Kansas and the Board of Education of the Shawnee Mission School District. I am pleased to present them to you for the presentation of their diplomas.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. On behalf of the Shawnee Mission Board of Education, I accept the recommendation of the staff and administration of Shawnee Mission North High School, acknowledging that course requirements have been fulfilled for graduation. Now I ask the Shawnee Mission North class of 2011 present themselves for the presentation of diplomas. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Goodburn. Roll readers from the class of 2011 are Selena Barrera, Anessa Beckner, Caitlin Brown, Michael Ellis, Katie Ellsworth, Brianna Lampkin, Alexander Montgomery, Allie Morton, Kelsey Roth, Catherine Toney, and Michelle Vallis. And now we ask the class of 2011 to prepare themselves for the presentation of diplomas.
Yazan M. Abdulatif. Marwan O. Abdul Wadud. Zainab S. Abdul Wahid. Trevor G. Adams. Cynthia Aguilar. Farzana Z. Ahmed. Mays A. Ahmed. Alicia M. Allen. Brianna N. Allen. Mirelkis Alvarez Hernandez. Nicholas A. Anderson. Ilya M. Aranda. Ian J. Aarons. Lucas A. Arnold. Jared Arnott. Jessica L. Arnott. Nikita Aksentev. Sahida Bagam. Deline Banuelos. Jamie L. Barnard. Selena G. Barrera. Annika J. Basham. Seth T. Beck. Anessa R. Beckner. Michael D. Beggs. Jasmine G. Bell. Austin C. Bennett. Jacob A. Berg. Brandon D. Bishop. Perna Biswa. Ashley L. Black. Andrew L. Blake. Sierra L. Boldridge. Erica J. Bolton. Deanna N. Bonner.
Victoria A. Bonner. Timothy A. Bosch. Jessica A. Bosworth. Taylor R. Box. Corey D. Brackey. Troy W. Bridges. Benjamin C. Brizendine. Joshua Brizano. Jadadian R. Brown. Caitlin D. Brown. Kayla M. Budd. Alexis L. Beneke. Alexandra R. Burgoon. Kelsey T. Burke. Armente R. Calloway. Miranda J. Carlisle. Andrew A. Carlson. Matthew J. Carter. Zachary M. Kaysen. Brian A. Chappell. John Chung. Grace C. Clark. Janessa V. Clay. Taylor D. Conklin. Jose A. Contreras. Katie L. Cooper. Kelly L. Cornwell. Joshua J. Coulter. Katie A. Cohen. Emily Cowden. Jennifer R. Crabtree. Hannah M. Creek. Juan J. Croda. William T. Cunningham. Christopher R. Cushing. Stephen A. Dado.
Cody M. Dalton. Santosh K. Dandy. Timothy A. Danner. Olivia R. Dawkins. Adrian Adila O. Contreras. Parker E. Dean. Matthew T. Denmark. Robert J. Denwanger. Christina M. Devera. Justin D. Dirks. Zachary R. Dixon. Nicholas Dreward. Jacob O. Drummond. Sarah D. Dyes. Amanda L. Diehouse. Taylor L. Eason. Jamie E. Easter. Alicia D. Easer. Ryan J. Edmonston. Rebecca S. Elliott. Michael S. Ellis. Christopher D. Ellsworth. Katie M. Ellsworth. Benjamin T. Enyart. Ingrid Escalante. Catherine Mache Etter. Joseph M. Everett. Carly J. Farmer. Krissa M. Farrington. Elise Ferguson. Joseph B. Firstel. Gloria E. Finn. Jeremy K. Fishner. Nancy Flores.
Corinne A. Foreman. Jordan J. Fowler. Ryan J. Fry. Serena J. Fernie. Matthew D. Gaines. Sloan Gallardo. Manuel D. Gallegos, Jr. Catherine E. Gannon. Michael J. Garcia. Shina P. Gardner. Marissa R. Garrison. Christine Guidos. Tyler J. Guerin. Abby M. Geis. Chelsea M. Janook. Samantha L. George. Jonathan C. Gertis. Zachary A. Gibson. Michelle R. Giddens. Audrey K. Gilbreth. Ryan C. Gillahan. Taylor A. Ginther. Stephen E. Gibson. Allison L. Goheen. Emily Goman. Michael D. Gonzalez. Naira P. Gonzalez. Kyle C. Goodburn. Kendrick J. Gordon. Michael Graham. Dominique E. Graves. Andrew J. Grieca. Valeria M. Guazado. Nicole C. Hager. Kelsey Hall.
Jason R. Hamilton. Danielle E. Hammond. Jennifer L. Hart. Kyle W. Hart. Brianna D. Harvey. Amy M. Hastings. Spencer B. Hawkins. Sarah K. Hindy. Brianna T. Henderson. Hillary D. Herbert. Sierra M. Hernandez. Christian L. Heron. Kyle W. Heron. Haley E. Hill. Tonya L. Hill. Alexander M. Hawk. Jacob G. Hodge. Lanier J. Hodges. Sean M. Holloway. Garrett A. Holm. Jesse K. Hahn. Cedriana D. Hooks. Dustin L. Howard. Jason A. Howe. Emily L. Huffman. Jessica N. Hughes. Brianna L. Hunt. Sarah K. Hunt. Hoon Her. Jisoo Her. Miranda R. Houston. Anna J. Heidemann. Hersum E. Ibarra. Electra A. Ignacio.
Aaron C. Alardi. Hold on. Julia C. Jacobs. Blake A. Jacobson. Isaac T. Javier. Juliana Jimenez. Dustin E. Johnson. Alex A. Johnston. Christopher W. Katzer. Kuldeep Kaur. Jacob R. Kelsey. Joshua J. Kiefer. Sean P. Kilgore. Casey E. King. Samantha L. Kirkland. Alexander B. Klein. Jeremy D. Klempnauer. Taylor A. Kloss. Andrew S. Knox. Ryan F. Coster. Valerie J. Kutchko. Elizabeth M. Lake. Brianna L. Lampkin. Amelia M. Layton. Alyssa Lee. Monica I. Lee. Patrick Lee. Timothy R. Lewis. Tanner M. Lincoln. Brian L. Linder. Neil E. Locke. Jacob M. Lombardo. Adam Loomis. Elizabeth A. Lopez.
Jamie X. Love. Billy E. Lubis. Ross M. Lebradovic. Madeline P. Lutz.
Coleman D. Lyon. Devin N. Lyons. Cheska Macias. Tyler L. Manus. Shakira J. Manning. Kristen N. Martin. Jair A. Martinez. Gabby Martinez. Mason H. McCarthy. Dejan M. McClinton. Ajon D. McConico. Hannah M. McDonald. Chloe E. McFadden. Josephine M. Medina. Sean P. Mel. Elizabeth M. Miller. Kyla A. Miller. Matthew T. Miller. Gary Minnick Rochelle. Tyler R. Mitchell. Mary L. Mokel. Andrew D. Molina. Nicholas Moncongole. Alexander K. Montgomery. Tarina E. Moore. Joel Morales. Allison B. Morden. Esperanza M. Moreno. Caitlin R. Morgan. Kristen L. Morgan. Christopher A. Morris. Emily A. Morris. Sarah T. Morris. Joseph D. Mott. Cody B. Munoz.
Mary E. Murphy. Samantha A. Myers. Kellen W. Naughton. Elena M. Navarro. Hunter D. Niederschulte. Bong Noivong. Brian M. Nolan. Caroline G. Nugent. Areli V. Nuno. Ryan T. O'Neill. Gabriela A. Orego. Guadalupe Ortiz. Leah N. Osborne. Matthew Otterstrom. Anthony S. Overmeyer. Alicia J. Pennell. David M. Pape. Randall J. Park. Richard R. Park. Haley N. Pate. Ashley R. Patricant. Christopher A. Patton. Layla H. Peach. Bonifacio Paleo. Ross J. Perryman. Marisa Pinkerton. Yasmine Pittman. Dominique J. Porter. Link M. Powell. Ashley M. Probst. Tyra L. Prosser. Samantha J. Rash.
Nicolette A. Reed. Alexis M. Reed. Megan E. Riley. Lane T. Ryder. Michael J. Relic. Aaron A. Reuter. Kyle T. Reynolds. Emily C. Richardson. Sharon K. Ryman. Saraswati Rizal. Isaiah A. Roth. Ashley D. Roberts. Stephen D. Romer. Conrad A. Rogers. Joshua T. Rolk. Oscar Rojas. Kelsey L. Roth. Gerardo Ruiz. Benjamin Russell. Justin L. Russell. Justin R. Sakovich. Humberto Salgado. Daniela Sanchez. Hugo E. Sanchez. Alexander Sarazua. Daniel I. Scharf. Tony L. Schieber. Ashley N. Scott. Paige Sieferling. Stephen Sieferling. Benet K. Sharma. Alexis J. Shelby. Cassandra M. Shiflett.
Lisa M. Schofstahl. Brett Sinsel. Bradley T. Small. Blair E. Smith. Brittany A. Smith. Jessica L. Smith. Tamika R. Smith. Erica Sorensen. Edgar Sosa. Marshall K. Spainhour. Caitlin L. Springer. Luke D. Stinson. Brock C. Stotzer. Jacob S. Stowers. Stephen J. Stowers. Hannah K. Straley. Jeremy M. Strickland. Zachary M. Stroth. Riley D. Stroud. Kaylin L. Swellentrop. Jonathan M. Tanner. Dominic D. Tatum. Colby C. Tavernero. Peyton A. Taylor. Chiron C. Taylor. Susie C. T. Taylor. Sierra C. Terry. John W. Thompson. Catherine L. Toney. Hector M. Torres. Rachel E. Trawl. Rebecca L. Trawl. Rosemary M. Trawl. Stephanie K. Turner. Hillary A. Hubert.
Joanna L. Underwood. Marissa E. Valentine. Jordan E. Volker. Michelle A. Valles. Nicole M. Vavra. Marissa Vasquez. Jason L. Vossen. Mitchell A. Walters. Paige B. Walters. Latasha N. Ware. Sarah J. Ware. Ellery K. Warner. William A. Wattenberg. Samantha E. Weaver. Timothy A. Weiss. Abigail R. Westermeyer. Megan E. Wachinski. Hunter Wheeler. John M. Whittam. Catherine E. Williams. Keisha M. Willingham. Alec J. Wilson. Anna B. Webicki. Brian J. Wood. Jessica J. Woods. Brandon M. Wright. Curtis D. Yates. Jack W. Young. Shaylin A. Youssef. Bastian Zapp. Alan C. Zavala. Laura Zuniga. Olinda Zuniga.
Would the senior chamber singers please make their way to the risers? At the conclusion of tonight's ceremony, we invite all family members to join their graduate on the field for pictures and congratulatory hugs. At this time, we invite all of you to stand and join the senior chamber singers in singing the school song. Finally, to you students, before I declare you official graduates of Shawnee Mission North, know that we recognize your hard work in the classroom and all aspects of your school life for these past 4 years. In a very small way, this is our opportunity to say thank you. This is your night. Enjoy it and accept our wishes that this high school diploma may represent but one part of a rich and rewarding life for all of you. I personally wish each and every one of you the very best in your quest to fulfill your hopes and dreams. And remember, who you are really matters, and always, it's great to be an SMN Indian. Class of 2011, I now declare you graduates of Shawnee Mission North High School. As graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you and good night.